Hey guys, it's Jessica with Eagle Academy. You'll notice I'm not in front of my bookshelf like I usually am. The kids have already finished their schoolwork for this morning, so they are back in their bedrooms having some fun. And my husband is working today, so the rest of the house is mine. I don't have to go hide in the bedroom to film a video. So my video today, I think, is probably something that almost every single homeschooler at some point in time has to deal with. And the times that I have been asked about this, it's been from somebody that works in the public school system. And I kind of think that that's funny. So the question that comes up with homeschoolers, socialization. Way back when homeschooling was the norm, we had people that were out on their homesteads, and the only people you spent any time with were the people you lived with. And all of these kids were unsocialized. Then we created the public school system so that everybody had the same education and everybody learned the same things at the same time in the same way. And it was important for kids to learn to follow direction and to think in the way that good workers were supposed to think. Obviously, from the beginning of the public school system to now, we've learned that people actually learn in different ways. Some people do great if you just hand them a textbook and say, "Here, learn this." Other people have to do it. They have to work it out with their hands. They have to see it in front of them, real life. Some people, they learn best in the morning. Some people learn best in the afternoon. There are all of these different ways of learning that work for different people. Not everybody is going to excel going to a classroom with 30 other people and sitting and listening to somebody tell them what to do and how to do it and when to do it and reading out of a textbook. That doesn't work. Then this socialization thing comes into play, where kids learn to interact with other kids their age. And they learn to follow orders and directions from one teacher. And they play with each other sometimes on the playground, and that's what socialization is. When we get a new puppy and we think about socialization, we think about exposing the puppy to everything it has to get used to as an adult dog. Getting a puppy used to children, vehicles, other animals. If your puppy's gonna learn to do a certain job like farm work, herding sheep or whatever, you get them used to sheep. So if we look at socialization in that aspect of the puppy has to get used to things it's gonna have to deal with in everyday life, well, in everyday life, most of the people I know don't sit in a room with 30 other people listening to one person give directions and, reading from a textbook. That's not what most people do on a daily basis. So why is there such a concern about homeschoolers being socialized? Because for the most part, homeschoolers have many more opportunities than public school children to be socialized, to be social. Not only do my kids interact with other children of different ages, but they also interact with adults at church. We actually have church service 3 times a week. And so my kids regularly are interacting with different people. On top of that, we're active with our local homeschooling community through our homeschool co-op. We have classes and clubs, and we go on field trips. And my kids interact with kids their age, but they also are interacting with children that are younger than them, or older than them, or that come from a different background. My kids have to learn to interact with other adults in an appropriate way. My kids come with me to the grocery store and to the bank and the post office, and all of these things that I have to do as an adult in regular life, my kids are already being exposed to. They know how to budget for a grocery trip. They know how to talk to somebody in a store to find what they want or to ask for information. They know how to check out at a store and interact with the cashier. There's all of these things that homeschoolers are learning to do that our public school counterparts aren't exposed to. But it's the homeschoolers that get questioned about our socialization. I think the more that homeschooling gets popular, and it is getting more popular, more people are learning about it, I think we're going to have to deal with this question less often. But most of the homeschoolers I've come across at some point in time have been asked about socializing their kids. And we honestly have a lot more opportunities than our public school folks. We have sports, and we have clubs, and we have classes, and we have field trips, and we have play dates. And it's not just with kids their age and from similar backgrounds. They're dealing with kids of different ages, they're dealing with adults, they're dealing with different locations and different circumstances and different events. And so I always kind of chuckle when that socialization thing comes up, because I don't see the socialization happening in the public school system. But I do see it plenty in the homeschool community. People just aren't educated about it. So, have you guys been asked the same question? And how do you explain it to people? Also, if you have any other suggestions on videos you'd like to see me tackle, this was actually a suggestion talking about socialization, because we've all kind of heard it. Just comment and let me know what you guys want to see. And remember that we are also on Facebook under Eagle Academy. Just look for our logo. And if you want to keep updated on future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right?